what is happening, what is going on, you absolute bunch of legends. So what I'm going to do in this video is I want to show you how easy it is to actually create pretty cool, interesting materials in Blender. So let's just let me show you how to create one that's really interesting, a little bit more detailed, and it'll be nice for like close-up kind of renders or even far away stuff, but you can use it on kind of pretty much any object you want. To be honest, it's going to look pretty cool. So let's jump into it. Obviously the thumbnail of the video is what we're going to create, so it is that material. But first thing we need to do is we need an object. So let's use the monkey. Very easy. So Shift A, mesh, and we're going to go to monkey. Click on my camera. I'm going to delete it. You don't need to do this. And what you want to do is just smooth the monkey out. So click on it, go to modifiers, and add a subdivision surface modifier. Make this 2, and then right click, shade smooth. Okay, then what you want to do is go into shading. So click there, let's go in there, shift, let's zoom in, and we are here now. All right, so click on the object, hit new. So let's zoom in a little bit. First thing you're going to do is you're going to change the roughness. You're going to bring this down to about, let's go to about there. Okay, not much down from where it started, but that's where we want it. Then what you want to do is you want to go to your subsurface, click on this, bring this up, and then the coat, you're also going to make this, you're going to like basically make it so that you can see what you're working with. And then the weight of your subsurface, bring this all the way to 1, and then you're going to go and make this 0.3, so 0.3. And then the weight of this makes this 0.3. Okay, now what you can do is you can minimize these. You can just click there, and then let's just make this a little bit bigger. So now go Shift A and look for a Voronoi texture. So Voronoi, and put this there. Click on the Voronoi texture, hit Ctrl T, and then change this from generated to object. Obviously, if you click on your Voronoi texture and you hit Ctrl T, nothing happens. Just go to Edit, Preferences, go to Add-ons, and then just search for Node Wrangler, and just check Node Wrangler. Okay, then it'll work. And then what you want to do is plug the distance into the base color of your principal BSDF. Now what you want to do is you want to bring the scale to about 1.2, bring the detail all the way up. Then what you want to do is go Shift A, and you want to type in wave, get a wave texture, not a wave length. Plug this in like that. Change the bands to rings, and you can see what's happening now. It's recreating something pretty cool. Then what you want to do is you want to bring your scale down to about 2.5. Now what you want to do is you want to select all these, and then just shift this up and go Shift A and get a color ramp, and plug that in there. Then what you want to do is you want to bring this in a little bit. Then what you want to do is hit plus to add another one. So basically another point here. And then click on this one, and then click there and bring this down to about there. And then just shift this position up to about there. And then what you want to do is you want to click on all these and make this like that. And you want to go Shift A and you want to get another color ramp. And you're going to plug that in there like that. And now what you want to do is you're going to hit plus 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Now this is where you're going to be picking your colors. And now you're going to click on your black one. And you're going to click here. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring this up to about here. And you're going to select something kind of something like that, which looks quite nice. And then you're going to click on this one. And we're going to get something a little bit more. Something like that. A little bit more gray. That looks pretty good. And then for this color, we're going to click here, and we're going to make this kind of like maybe something that looks a bit like that. That looks quite nice. And then for this one, we're just going to make this kind of like something like that. Okay, it's just giving us nice kind of details here, as you can see. And then the last one, click there. And you can make this anything you want. So you can see now you make it like kind of like a red, and it will look quite nice. Okay, so let's make it something like this now. Or what you can do is you can make it completely really like nice and dark. So something like this now. And then bring this down. And that looks also quite nice. And what you can do is you can make it a bit darker. If you bring this down. Just something like that, and that looks pretty cool. And then you can just shift this one in a little bit. So about there, that looks pretty nice. Okay, and then now what you need to do is go Shift A and look for a bump node. We're going to need to add some detail. And that's how we do it. You're going to plug the normal into the normal of your principal BSDF. And then we're going to take the first color ramp and you're going to plug it into the height of your bump node. And you can see what's happening now. Now if you go here, you can just see the material a little bit better. So it's a bit dark now. So just going to do this. And now it's looking pretty cool. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to make this bigger again and add this normal into the normal of your coat. Then what you want to do is you want to go shift there and you want to type in mapping and you're going to get another mapping node. You're going to put this here. You're going to plug the object into the vector like that. And then what you want to do is you're going to go shift and you're going to get another Voronoi texture. And there we go. And then plug the vector into the vector. So the vector of your mapping into your new Voronoi texture. And then you're going to go shift and you're going to get a color ramp again. You can see how many times you use a color ramp. You're going to plug the distance into the factor of your color ramp. Let's move this like this. Let's move this over here. We have a bit more space. And then what you want to do is go shift A and get another bump node. Put this there. Plug the color into the height. And then this normal of this bump node into normal of that bump node. And what you want to change this from F1 to smooth F1. And then what you want to do is click there. So normalize, and now look how cool it's looking. And then what you want to do is you want to bring the scale up to like 280. Bring the detail up to about 2. Bring the roughness down a bit. And then the smoothness, you want to bring it, so let's go here. And bring this down a little bit. Smooth it out a little bit, looks quite nice. And then just bring this in a bit. So about there, so you can see what happens if I bring it all the way in. It makes it less basically. If you bring it all the way there, it makes it more. So obviously you're going to play around with it until you get something that you like. And this looks pretty nice. And then what you want to do is you want to bring the strings down. And you want to bring this distance to about 0.4. Look how nice that's starting to look already. And then what you want to do is in your first bump node, so the first one, bring the strings down. And then invert it. So look how nice it's looking now. You could leave it without the invert if you want. If you want it to like stick out. Or if you want it to be looks like it's inside the object, it's completely up to you. And in distance, you're going to bring this to about 0.3 or 0.4 is fine. And there we go. That is what it looks like. It's really that easy. A little bit complicated. You can see it's all that, but it looks pretty good. You can obviously, if you want, you can bring the roughness all the way down. That will make your object a little bit more shiny, or you can bring it up like that. It's completely up to you. Okay. But it's really that easy, very simple material. It looks good, a little bit complicated, but it is pretty simple with only a few nodes. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I will upload this to the Patreon. So if you are a member, you can download this material for free. Feel free to try it out. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.